The moment I stopped caring about every single trade is the day I became profitable. Now, what do I mean by this? Soon in your day trading career, you're going to come to the realization that less is more. You guys are probably so focused on the charts right now, and you're so focused on becoming profitable that you overcomplicate and you overanalyze things that you don't even need to know. Now, I say this in a technical stance, and I say this in a psychological stance. The times where I am making the most amount of money are times that I'm caring the least, meaning I'm not caring so much about what is going on in the charts, yet I'm more focused on my psychology and focused on my process and focused on only taking an A+ setup. Those are the times where I am making the most amount of money and requesting the most amount of payouts. The times where I get on the charts in the morning, I don't even feel the need to take a trade. I don't feel the need to execute. I don't even feel the need to overanalyze anything. I just want to sit there. I just want to watch price action, and I want to be patient, and I want to take an A+ setup only. This is the type of patience that you're going to have to reach in order to become profitable. Trust me on what I'm saying. I simply stopped trying to make money every single day. I simply let go. I stopped caring whether or not I had a green P&L, and I used to not be like this whatsoever. I used to be so focused on the money, and I used to be so focused on a green P&L because I thought that meant progression. I thought that meant I was getting one step closer to me living in my own apartment, driving my dream car, quitting my job. I thought that me taking a trade literally every single day and caring about the process so much meant that I was going to reach crazy heights, when in reality, it's the opposite. Trading is a very counterintuitive game. You are going to have to detach your emotions completely, and you're going to have to be so solely focused on the process and so solely focused on taking an A+ setup and not caring about the money in order to become profitable. Guys, I've reached a point in my trading where I get on the charts literally around sometimes 9:35, literally 5 minutes before I'm allowed to execute. And I don't care to do so much analyzation. I don't care to overcomplicate anything. I just want to wait for that one A+ setup, and that's all I'm taking, and I'm done. If I do not see that A+ setup form, I'm not taking the trade. That's how I know I've reached a point of profitability, because I've reached this level of patience now. I let go. I stopped caring so much. Like I said before, I was so obsessed and I was so focused on the money that any little tick, any little dollar amount would control my emotions so hard. Now, if I lose or if I win, it's the same emotions. I don't care. I stopped caring. I accept the losses before entering the trade. If the trade loses, I'm completely fine about it. If the trade wins, then it's good. My system won. I stopped forcing trades completely. Now, most traders don't really lose because they're bad at trading. They lose because they are so overly focused on the money and so overly focused on the process that they overcomplicate, they overanalyze, and they end up taking a trade that doesn't even exist. Your setup is not even there. They take some random setup and they wonder why they're losing so much. I mean, every profitable trader says this. That's why the game of trading is solely focused on psychology at the end of the day. Technical analysis is not hard. Specifically for my model, all I do is analyze a couple signatures during a specific time, and then I'm done. But if those signatures don't present themselves, a lot of people will force the trade because they're so focused on the money, when that is the complete opposite of what you should be doing. You need to focus on that A+ setup, and if it doesn't form, you're done. Trading is supposed to be boring. Everybody says that, but it's so true. This hot tub is really hot. But trading is supposed to be such a boring game. It's supposed to be something where you get on in the morning, you analyze the charts for I don't know how long, whatever your setup requires. For me, it's about 15-20 minutes a day. If I do not see my setup, I am off. That's it. There's no other if, whens, buts, whatever. It's if I do not see my setup, I'm off. And then that's it. And the minute I started to respect that ideology is the minute I became profitable. The minute I stopped caring so much and I was just focused on that A+ setup is when I became profitable. That's when I'm making the most amount of money. That's when I'm requesting the most amount of payouts. Today, I got on the charts a couple minutes before my setup formed. Boom, I took it. Win or loss, I don't care. I took a win today, $1,200 win. I'll pop it up right here. And I was done. I don't care. I think in the beginning, I was so focused on winning so much and I wasn't so focused on becoming a disciplined person that my progression took longer than it needed to. Now, okay, you may look at me and say it only took you about a little over a year to become truly profitable and change your life. Yes, that is technically a short amount of time, but in the first 6 months of my trading, I was so focused on the money. I was so overly obsessed with the charts that it became a problem. And now that I'm about pushing almost 3 years in the markets, I'm telling you as a profitable trader that the minute I stopped caring was when I became profitable. It's literally that simple. I stopped caring so much and I stopped focusing so much on the process of making money. I should clarify that. The process of making money and being green on the day is when I became profitable. I stopped trying to prove that I was right every single time. I had to come to the conclusion that trading is not 100% and I'm going to take losses, and that the best traders out there in the world will take losses, and they do take losses. It's inevitable. It's day trading. That's why people compare it to gambling. You'll never have a 100% win rate. You can be high 80s to 90s like I am, but you're still going to unfortunately take a loss, a statistical loss. And the minute you get on the charts and you realize that trading feels boring, almost like you don't even feel the need to execute, almost like you want to just pick up your phone and just start doom scrolling because your setup is not there, or the markets are just not looking too good, that is exactly how you know you reach profitability. Ask any day trader, they'll probably say the same thing. They'll probably 100% agree with me. It's very counterintuitive. Like, you think about it, like, the less I care, the more money I make. Well, I feel like in business, that's not really the right conclusion, right? In business, you have to grind crazy hours, do crazy things. You have to care so much, you have to be on top of everything. But trading is literally the opposite. The less you care, the more money you make. So if you are one of those people who are overanalyzing and doing too much, and you are so focused on having a green day, just know and just remember this video that the less you do, the more you get in day trading. The less you care, the more profitable you become. And I don't say that in a lazy sense, like just completely stop caring, take whatever trade you see. No. It's about becoming disciplined and taking your A+ setup and not caring about any B- setup. Not caring about the money so much. Not caring whether or not you're green or red for the day. All that matters is you followed your rules and you stuck with your system that you know works, whether through backtesting or actual live data, and that's it. You're done. You don't have to worry about anything else. Trading is just such a mechanical process if you really think about it. And obviously the emotional side of it is not whatsoever. We're human, we don't like to take losses. It goes against our literal natural biology. We're naturally competitive. You feel that need to just revenge trade and get that trade back and make that money back the minute you take a loss. But if you follow all of your rules and you take that A+ setup and it failed, at least you know more than likely next time, the next day, the next session, that same exact trade is going to win. And that's all that matters. All that matters is that you got off after taking a loss and you didn't care, because you followed your rules. Guys, I'm telling you this, I've been in the markets, I've been trading for almost 3 years now. I'm pushing almost 3 years. I'm over 6 figures in payouts. Go on my Instagram, you can go see payouts. I catch a win pretty much every single day. And if you really want to know what my process looks like, let's say in the morning, I don't wake up 2 hours before the market opens and have this crazy process of jump in an ice bath and take a cold shower and read 10 books and eat liver. Like, no, I don't do any of that. I wake up around 8:50 in the morning, I shower, I get on the charts around, let's say 9:25, sometimes a little past 9:30 market open. I have a system that makes me take a trade during a specific pocket window. If I do not see certain signatures that I teach within that pocket window, I'm not taking a trade and I'm done. It's that simple. If I see that trade present itself within that pocket window, I take it. Win or loss, I don't care. I stopped caring about the process. I wouldn't say this is a recent thing for me, but I would say for about a year and a half, it's been like this. Now, in the beginning, when I was requesting really good payouts, I was still so focused on the process. And I remember the first time I blew max allocation, I was tweaking out. I didn't know how to react. I didn't think it was okay. I didn't think that it was a statistical loss. Nothing like that. I tried revenge trading and I tried getting it back, and I ended up blowing thousands of dollars doing that. But now in my trading, if I were to, let's say, hypothetically blow 5 accounts, I just know at least I followed my rules, and it's more or less just a statistical loss. I'm gonna get back on max allocation and I'm gonna be totally fine because I know my system works. I know I have a high win rate. I know I catch a win almost every single day. The minute I take a loss, it's okay. More than likely the next day I'll catch a win. This is the type of thought process you need to have. You need to just start calming down a little bit. Just relax. Sit in your chair, relax. Do not force anything. The minute you force something, you're not trading. You are literally gambling at that point. That is what gambling is. When you don't have an edge, you're not putting a stop loss, you're just taking a trade that doesn't make any sense. That is what gambling is. I'm sorry if I'm sweating a lot, guys. It is really hot in this hot tub. I'm literally drenched right now. But it's just crazy. Like, I'm out here at 21 years old, living one of my dream lives, doing pretty much whatever I want, whenever I want, fully unemployed, driving a nice car, living in a nice city. And it's all because I stopped caring. I just stopped caring about the process. I stopped caring so much about day trading, and I made it something that's boring. I made it something that just needs to get done. That's all. I wake up, I work for 15, 20 minutes a day, I get it done. I either make money or I don't. It's that simple for me now, and that's all it is for me. Now, something I try really hard in the day trading niche is my mentorship. I try really hard to teach everybody to get to this point, and it is working. Everybody's cooking in my Discord. That's literally the only thing I really put effort in nowadays in terms of trading, is just teaching people and making sure I'm a good teacher and making sure my students are winning. But when it comes to my process, it's become so boring for me that I wouldn't even say it's unenjoyable. It's almost like gray. It's just kind of like, I've been doing this for so long now, not so long, but a good amount of time, where it's just like, I know what to do. I know how to execute. Win or loss, I don't care. I know I'm profitable. I know I make money from doing this. It doesn't really matter. And that's it. And it being boring is kind of enjoyable for me, right? The fact that I get to work for 15, 20 minutes a day and completely change my life is extremely cool to me and extremely exciting, yet the process is boring. And that's what's important. Trying to make the process boring. Not unenjoyable boring, but just something you're not so hyper fixated and focused on where it screws you up. And this kind of falls into a video that I created before about resistance. If you try so hard to make money, you are pretty much saying to the universe and God that you do not have enough, and in return, you are not going to get enough. You are always going to live in lack. When you are on the charts in the morning and you treat it as something that's boring and something that is just a process, you do not have that resistance anymore between you and wanting money so bad. The money will flow to you eventually. That's extremely important what I just said. I want you guys to really pay attention to what I just said. It's very, very important for you to let go. Let go of the money. Let the money come to you. When you are not so focused on the money and you are just focused on the process of executing properly, that's when the money flows to you. When you're not forcing setups, that's when the money flows to you. Pretty much, if you think about it, every trade that I take is a reflection of my self-worth, a reflection of my discipline, a reflection of how bad I truly want it. When you take a loss and you followed your system, you're not a bad trader. Okay, it's more than likely just a statistical loss or just a simple problem that you can create a simple solution to then apply later to then fix that problem and then become profitable. I promise you, in your day trading career, you are going to feel the love of being bored. It is such a blessing when you can get to that point in day trading, because that's truly how you know you've reached a level of patience that a lot of people do not reach, and that's kind of how you know you reached a profitable mindset. The freedom that you want and the dream life that you want is simply behind the word no. No, I will not revenge trade. No, I will not over leverage. No, I will not take the C- setup. That is exactly where your dream life lies behind. That simple no. I wanted to pretty much just come out here and explain that to you guys, that this is something that's been on my mind and something that I've been coming to the realization with, that the more boring it is, it's almost like the more fun it is, because you've realized that you've reached a point of profitability within this sense of being bored, and you realize how nicely the money flows when you're now bored. It's such a good feeling. It really, really is. Getting on the charts in the morning, not feeling that nervous sense to take a trade anymore, and just simply being patient and focusing on the process that you know works. That's when trading becomes fun. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little psychology video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.